Hello, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where I'll be sharing some everyday transitional outfits, all styled with white trainers. White trainers are a very basic but classic wardrobe staple that most of us have in our wardrobes. Now, there are lots of different variations of white trainers, but today I'll be using a pair of pretty plain, all white trainers, which I personally find are the easiest to style with no real limitations. Right, now that I've got my chosen pair of white trainers, let's start putting some outfits together. My first outfit base comprises of a basic white t-shirt, another item that most of us will already own, and the off-white barrel leg trousers which have featured in so much of my content recently. In this transitional period between summer and autumn, you may find that you want to keep some outfits lighter in colour because maybe you're not quite ready to embrace the gloomy colours associated with the cooler seasons. Along with the integration of some outerwear into my transitional outfits, this is when I also start to mix in some autumn accessories. For example, here I've added a brown suede bag, which ties in with the brown colour of the collar on the barn jacket, but also the colour brown in general feels quite autumnal, and suede is a huge trend for this coming season and is always synonymous with autumn. Now, one thing that I always like to promote is the fact that outfits don't have to be too complicated. You don't have to change out every element to make it different. Creating outfits can simply be about making very small changes, often just swapping out one or two items to create a slightly different look. So here I've kept the exact same base but just swapped out the jacket for a trench coat, which are generally seen as a smarter option, and then I've changed the bag for a black woven leather bag just for some contrast. And there are so many little changes that I could make to just this one outfit to create a whole plethora of looks. So if you're not already in the habit of doing this, give it a try next time you're deciding what to wear. Now I'm going to change the base and I'm going for dark with some washed black barrel leg jeans and a black lightweight cashmere jumper that I've layered over the top of the basic white t-shirt just for those days where maybe we need to start layering. Once again, I'm adding this camel trench coat to the look because, as discussed in last week's video, a trench coat is such a great outerwear option for the transitional periods as well as the seasons autumn and spring. Then adding some black accessories to the outfit to demonstrate the 3-colour rule that I use so often when putting my outfits together. Again, I'm just going to make a small change and swap out the warmer toned trench coat for this cooler toned beige car coat. The chances are most of you will already have a trench or car coat of some capacity already in your wardrobe, so I just wanted to share how different tones can change the look of an outfit. Remember, small changes. And also when it comes to all of the pieces within these various different outfits, you can of course adjust them to suit your personal preference. So for example, if you're not into barrel leg jeans, you can swap those out and use straight legs, wide legs, whatever style you prefer. Right, now I'm going to mix my base colours. So I'm swapping out the black cashmere knit for this off-white cashmere knit, still keeping it layered over the top of the basic t-shirt. Then I'm adding this short trench, a trench jacket if you will, to add a bit of warmth to the look. This is definitely a go-to colour combination of mine for around this time of year. It doesn't feel too dark or too light, it's the perfect mix for this transitional period. If you're not quite ready to embrace black jeans yet, then any shade of blue denim also works. Although it has to be said that I personally tend to favour this particular colour combination for around the spring season. And here I'm adding a tan bag, once again to keep the look lighter and warmer. I'd also like to remind you that I am also on Instagram and I post different content over there so you can find some additional styling content and even more outfits for inspiration, which may perhaps come in handy if you have something in your wardrobe that you're a little bit stuck for ideas on. Now, I know that many of you share my love of navy and even favour it to black because it's a little less harsh. So I'm going to swap out the off-white jumper and add in a navy cashmere knit. And I'm sticking with these mid-blue wide leg jeans to create an all blue base. Next, I need my outerwear. So I'm going to try the beige car coat first, which as I mentioned earlier has more of a cooler tone to it. And now let's swap that out and try the warmer toned camel trench. Navy and camel is another colour combination that I've been a fan of for many years, and even with a more casual everyday outfit like this, it can still look chic and put together. As you'll have seen, I've added my Longchamp La Pliage bag, which is a really practical day-to-day bag. But if you want to elevate an outfit, one easy way to do that is by swapping out accessories. Now, of course, for the purpose of today's video, we're not going to be swapping out the trainers, but by switching out the bag for a tan leather bag, it does change the vibe slightly and makes it feel less casual. I'm going to make another small change here and take out the long trench coat and add in the short trench, the trench jacket. Not every day in the transitional periods is the same. The weather can be very changeable and there may be days where you just want a shorter outerwear option. For me, a longer trench coat is usually my go-to for a rainy day because they often offer some more protection from the rain, but on a warmer, clearer day, I'd more than likely opt for a shorter jacket. Now let's swap out the jeans because I know that many of you prefer trousers to jeans, even when it comes to your casual outfits. And I myself quite like a trousers and trainer combo. It's something that has stuck with me since the normcore days of the 2010s. So this is another pair of those barrel leg trousers which I featured a lot recently, and I know many of you have bought these off my recommendation. So I'm trying to use them as much as possible in my content to provide more inspiration for how you can wear yours and therefore get the most wear out of them. So here we've got the outfit worn with the navy Longchamp bag and then switching that out for a tan leather bag to just elevate the look slightly. Stripes are usually linked with spring, but that's not to say that you can't make the most of them during this time of year as well. So I've added this striped t-shirt to the look to share yet another remixed version. Okay, now I'm going back to jeans, but this time a much lighter pair. Now I know that not everyone will find white or off-white jeans the most practical, especially for rainy days that are quite prevalent during the transitional periods, but you can adjust this to suit your lifestyle and of course the weather. Now I'm going to layer the long camel trench over the top to add in that much needed warmth. As this is a transitional styling video, I wanted these outfits to not only be appropriate for the transitional season this side of the year, but also for the spring season, because that way we really do make the most out of our wardrobes by reusing and re-wearing the pieces that we have. Now let's swap out the trench for something different, this khaki jacket. Khaki is another solid colour choice for all transitional times of year, along with the autumn season and the spring season. And then let's swap that out and add in the beige car coat. Now, one thing you can do at this time of year is use layers as accessories. So if you didn't want to wear that additional layer, a jumper for example, under the coat, then you can wear it over the coat by draping it over your shoulders. With longer pieces of outerwear like this car coat, this can help to break up that block of one solid colour. And if the weather takes a chilly turn, then you've got that added layer there to throw on if needed. And this is another prime example of using the 3 colour rule, but there's still some flexibility in there to mix things up to create different looks. Right, let's swap out those white wide legs for the washed black jeans again, just so that you can see how stripes work equally as well with the darker bottom half. And for anyone looking for barrel leg jeans, I did make a video trying on various different brands a couple of weeks ago so that you can compare different styles and fits. So I'll link that video down below in the description box for anyone who may be interested or just curious. Now, let's add outerwear. This khaki jacket is perfect for right now. It offers a bit of additional warmth. You can also fit some light knitwear under there as well, and the colour just feels appropriate for this time of year. Given all of that, I'm also going to add in a suede tote in the same colour so that this outfit stays within the 3-colour rule. And now finally, let's add in that camel trench coat again, which I've styled in several of the outfits in this video, which I hope demonstrates that a really good piece of outerwear can indeed be worn with various different outfit bases to create individual looks that feel put together and, most importantly, aren't overcomplicated. And there we go, guys. Those were just a few outfits styled with white trainers for the transitional periods of the year. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.